Welcome, everyone, to the College Football Playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. And we have a very compelling contest here tonight. Two teams in the committee ranked basically even. The one side gets to enjoy a raucous, rowdy home field advantage. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So Pittsburgh's offense comes on the field to open this game. And here he comes, the quarterback. All eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
This guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity. And that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
I feel like this quarterback can make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a curl route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit it into a tight window for that first down completion.
And looking to throw now on first down. And he's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Florida State. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, the defense could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense, just sit back and take it easy, fellas.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
This is good pressure by the defense, and it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game, and this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
The Panthers will line up to punt it away. Coverage team brings down the returner. So Florida State's offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down at the 47.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to...
And he lofts one deep over the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
And the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Hit getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
And the Panthers offense is on the move now. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Catch made across the middle by the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
What a simple read and a simple throw for the quarterback. You want to give me the running back sliding out of the backfield? No problem. I'll take that. Let him do the work after the catch.
They'll run it here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
2nd down play coming up. The pass rush closing in. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically. Help that offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoffs.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Kromenhoek. Looking to scramble. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. As we break for the quarter, Kurt, Florida State is on top. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Offense will set up on 1st and 10. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Off the play fake on first down. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Escapes the pocket. The Seminoles are going to take advantage of this red zone trip. Back to throw. It's Kromenhoek. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Contact as he let the ball go. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Dumps a short throw down to the running back. And the defense wraps him up.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with you. Defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
This Pitt offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Moving right through the contact. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First down and goal now. Can they punch it in? And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Sam Van Cunningham, Bo Jackson. That's a play that legendary running backs have made.
Man, let's not forget Herschel Walker. Yeah, it's right. You're thinking of old school running backs. It's very rare to see backs go up and over at the goal line. It's refreshing. Nice to see.
Point after, not right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Receiver in motion now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Throws it to the right. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking to scramble now. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, he does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. So we reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. The pocket, and he's looking to make a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you can see what happens when you try to squeeze it into a tight window. An incompletion, probably the best result he could have hoped for.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Panthers will have to kick it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Dropping back, it's Kromenhoek. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. Short pass finds the tight end. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. The quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Back to throw again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And the Seminoles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Florida State. Still no answer for this offense. The quarterback who did escape and score. What a weapon for that offense.
Well, quarterbacks with legs like this are so much harder to prepare for and defend than your more traditional quarterbacks. That kind of speed, that kind of creativity makes it almost impossible to defend him and keep him cooped up all game.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the second half. And here comes a deep shot. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain.
So impressed here, Chris, with this effort by the receiver. This ball is thrown way downfield, and actually it's thrown beyond him. I thought it was too far. This guy somehow lays out and comes down with a huge completion.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
And they tack on the extra point. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. Looking to pass. It's Kromenhoek. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Lucas. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. The Noles will have to kick this away. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. First half clock with just 7 seconds remaining for this 1st down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Well, the offensive coordinator told us before the game they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage, but they couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he throws his third interception of the day. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's McCoy. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. To the air. It's Kromenhoek. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, hit. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask from the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick it off.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Can he take it all the way? Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And here's the handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And, like, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Brings up 2nd and
goal. Offense facing 2nd and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. This game is far from over. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they're able to get him down.
Well, he's such a threat with those legs, and the defense is aware of that. This time, eyes on a swivel. Good job of being aware of that quarterback threat. They kept him out of the goal line and prevent the two-point conversion.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They're going to run it. And the senior able.
Running back.
For a short gain.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Kromenhoek. He's escaping the pocket now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Will the defense play coverage or blitz? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He'll be taken down. Marker on the field. If it's on the offense, that'll be a sack.
Hold offense.
So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. And the Noles will bring their punt team onto the field when he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Returner tackled right there. That's when they'll start the drive. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
He'll hand it off. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the 1st down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the 1st, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
First down for the offense.
Hit getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground. As we break for the quarter, Kurt, Florida State is on top. He's sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. All right, here comes the 4th quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. This defense just cannot get off the field. A long march moves on. Touchdown hit. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
Looking right, this one caught. And he will not get there. The defense stops him, and so the lead is still one. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Seminoles offense comes. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. And they'll run it on the jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, they gave up some yards here, but man, that's a pretty good job by this defense against the jet sweep. You see who was carrying the ball there? He can fly. I would argue he's the fastest guy on the field. So you don't give up the big play. You give up a few yards. I think that's a win for the defense.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Ball handed off. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Looking to pass. It's Kromenhoek. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
First down. Looking to throw the football. The QB throws his third pick of the day. And he's got some open field ahead. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, that's his third interception in this game alone. If he's going to stay in this game, he's got to do a better job of protecting the football.
And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. The Panthers will send their punt team onto the field. And the ball rolls dead.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. And of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
Right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And the game will pick up the first down. Tackled at the 22. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. You can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware.
Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Past the 20. Touchdown, Knowles. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Great job here by this quarterback on this read. I thought he might try to get the ball to the receivers. Instead, he sees the matchup that he wants, finds that big tight end, and they get the go-ahead score here late in the game.
And the catch is made in the end zone for 2 points. There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The pass is incomplete. That's a big stop for this defense on fourth down. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. It's a run to the left. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second and long, but you'd expect another run here to try to bleed the clock. Running back with the football. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's third down for the offense. Handoff running right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And it's good from 56 yards.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And it falls incomplete as the clock hits 0:00. That's it, game over. In these playoff games, it's win or go home. So one side can continue to dream about the national championship. The other side suddenly, Kirk, their season is over, but it's been a good ride.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. You know, it's easy to focus on the team that advances. And